I think it's undeniable that gender and sexuality are probably the new ideological battlegrounds against Islam. I think in the 90s, when I was living in Turkey, Muslim women were being attacked with tear gas, with water cannons, for the simple act of trying to attend university with headscarves. And fast forward last year, you have the Turkish government unilaterally removing themselves from this Istanbul Convention, a convention which, interesting enough, was actually there to stop violence against women. But due to the fact that the actual declaration mentions that gender is a social construct, and the fact that it was perceived, whether rightly or wrongly, it was perceived as being a means by which pro-LGBT NGOs were making headways into Turkey, the Turkish government unilaterally removed Turkey from it. And that's indicative of this kind of tension between Islam and the West, but also Islam and this whole discussion about gender. So if you look at Europe, you'll probably be aware of the fact that far-right nationalism is on the rise, Islamophobia is on the rise. And one part of that is actually what is called femo-nationalism, which is feminist voices which are allied with the right wing, which see Islam as being misogynistic and completely alien from European values, which is a strange paradox, which I'll be looking at in the course. But at the same time, you have very articulate Muslim voices, feminist voices that want to present a reading of the Quran and Sunnah as something that is perfectly reasonable for people to assume, given our religious tradition. I'll be looking at that in the course as well. But as I said before, Islam is being targeted like never before, I think, historically, and the targeting is specifically through this idea of gender and sexuality. And Muslims seem to be the stubborn other, which is refusing to play ball. But also we'll be navigating this very tricky topic of same-sex attraction. A number of people have come to me in the past. How do theologically we kind of come to sense of equity in that? Is it genetically inbuilt, or is it something that's part of the nurture of a person? Something that I'll be looking at again in detail. But also the ideological thing you cannot overlook. LGBT NGOs are aggressive in their pushing of this agenda. You see in schools, there's been a whole disputes over the last 3 or 4 years. I think COVID has put that on the back burner, but I think it's going to come back with a vengeance. And it's very unfortunate that Muslim organizations, national organizations, are not taking that discussion with the degree of seriousness I think it deserves. So join me on the 22nd of January for the first of 8 sessions, which is over 4 weeks, with a live session 2 live sessions every week, and live sessions right at the end where you can ask any question you want. And we'll be completely covering this topic: Islam engendering change, biology, theology, and ideology. Where they clash is where I will, inshallah, meet you. So I invite you to join this course, inshallah, for something that I hope will be unique in all aspects, in terms of its content, in terms of delivery, and also in terms of the ability for you to engage with myself on this topic. Jazakallah khair al-jaza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.